So this is the recording for MP7 app by Istanto2 and tq4. Um, it's a clone for the COMTD bus app. It's only for looking up the stops and see what buses are coming in the next 30 minutes or so, I believe. So the first thing, I will just show you how the app works. So first of all, you just insert the stop name here. For example, Stoughton and 4th, and it will show you the buns. And here's the ones coming, the buses coming in. So you go back by the back button. So this app also handles the empty inputs. So it says field cannot be empty. It also shows if there's no stops available. It will also say no stop found. Well, that's just a demo of the app, and let's take a look at the code right now. We're not using the Android Studio to make the Android app. I'm using React Native. So in this, we have basically three screens right here. Cover was just a mock-up for it's just a dummy for the development. So first of all, we have the call screen, which is the screen right here. So the ones that rendered is this. Oops. Right, and this is just what's rendering. So we have the text input, this text. So this text is basically these two lines right here. The text input is the text field. So every time it's typed, and it's gonna store the text in this state right here. So next one is the button. This will call the function call stops, in which the API will call the JSON. It will call the API and it will return a JSON, which can be seen here, response JSON. Then it will parse it using this. What is it? Yeah, it's just gonna parse it as a JSON using the internal JavaScript JSX function. So you get this, and this is where it's handling the keyboard. So every time it's calling the stop, it's gonna just dismiss the keyboard. And this is where the alert earlier can be seen. So it cannot be empty. These are just basic styles, since we don't have any beautiful. It's just a basic UI basically. So once it is loaded, Springfield, for example, stops. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's just loading. So this will display the list of. I was using buttons to click. So on the unpress, it will show. Oh, not this one. It's a stop list screen. It will render the. So this one, if the data list. So it's keeping the data fetched from this part, from the JSON in this variable right here as an array of JSON objects, and it will be exported down here. Where is it? This one, and it will be imported here. Data list, as you can see here. So in this one, it uses that data to render. So if the data length is 0, it will return there's not found text, no stops found, like earlier we see. In this case, it found some stops that's matching. So it's going to return the list of buttons right here, as you can see. So that's basically what it does. So every time you click on one, for example, if you click, oops, there's nothing there. So for example, if you click that one, it will call this function right here, look for buses, using the stop ID of the data list, one of the data list JSON object. So here it is. Call that, and you export that JSON here. So it stores the departures here, and it will export it. And in the departure screen, which is this one, it will take the data from departure here, import it into a text, just basically, and it just takes the information right here. So the example of the output is something like this, the JSON file. So it shows many information, and we just take that and just display it on our app. It's basically the app. The hard part was just understanding how it works. Since the JSON here, as you see, the structure is a little bit complicated, but that's just about it. And probably learning how to use this flat list here. It's pretty hard. Takes quite a time. So, but all in all, it was fine. What else? And if we had more time, probably we would just make this look prettier, make it better looking, and probably we would add something like getting current location and just look for stops nearby, and the same thing. It was just like, instead of using keywords and search, it would just display this list. That's basically it. All right, I guess that's it. Right.